I was born in a small town where everyone knew each other. Our home was modest, yet warm. My father worked long hours, and my mother carried everything else on her shoulders. Even as a child, I felt that happiness was fleeting. There was love in our home, yes, but there was also tension I couldn't understand. My childhood was full of small joys. We played outside until the sun went down, rode our bikes, wandered through the forest collecting berries, and found secret hiding spots in the fields. Yet one night, when I was 10, everything changed. I woke up to shouting. My mother's cries, my father's angry voice, words I couldn't fully comprehend. I hid on the stairs, listening. They argued about betrayal. That night, my father left and never came back. I realized, for the first time, that trust can be broken and some things are gone forever. School was a quiet refuge. I watched the world from the sidelines, observing classmates who laughed and played as if life was simple. I stayed quiet, poured myself into books and journaling, recording my thoughts and fears, things I could not tell anyone. Then she appeared. I first saw her in the library, laughing so genuinely over a book that I froze. I wanted nothing more than to know her, to be near her, and slowly, we began talking. She laughed at my awkward jokes, listened to me, shared her dreams. She spoke of a life full of love, of a family, of hope, the very things I had always longed for. For the first time, I realized I wasn't alone. I was in love, deeply, completely. The years that followed our youth were filled with laughter, shared dreams, and plans for a life together. I felt that she could heal old wounds and make a home feel like home. The day I proposed, my hands shook, my voice trembled, yet when she said yes, it felt like the universe had finally aligned. Our wedding wasn't grand or luxurious, but it was perfect in its simplicity. For the first time in my life, I believed in forever. The early years of marriage were blissful. We lived in a small apartment, laughed over simple meals, dreamed of a future that felt bright and safe. I worked hard, saving, building, planning, wanting to give her the life she deserved. Every night, seeing her smile, I felt strength, hope, and pride. Love was everything I had ever wanted. Yet slowly, things began to shift. Small cracks appeared where I least expected them. She stopped asking about my day. Smiles became fewer, hugs colder. I told myself it was stress, exhaustion, the difficulties of life. But soon, the nights became harder. She stayed up late on her phone, sometimes claiming to be with friends, but returning late, different, distant. A perfume I didn't recognize lingered in the air, subtle, undeniable. I confronted her once, and she laughed it off, kissed me, whispered that she loved me. And I wanted so desperately to believe her that I pushed away the unease growing inside me. But the unease turned into certainty. One night, I followed her. I saw the truth I had feared. She was not with friends. She was with another man, laughing, touching, smiling in a way she hadn't with me in months. That night, my world went silent. The trust, the love, the warmth I had believed in, all shattered. I sat frozen, paralyzed by grief, disbelief, anger, and heartbreak. I returned home alone, watching her enter our apartment as if nothing had happened. It was a lie, every word, every gesture. The life I thought I shared with her had been a pretense. The days that followed were unbearable. I went through the motions, pretending, hiding the truth from myself, even as it burned inside. I stopped eating, struggled to sleep, and replayed every moment we had shared, wondering how long she had been deceiving me. I thought of confronting her, demanding answers, but fear silenced me. The betrayal was too immense, too raw. And yet, part of me still wanted to forgive, still wanted to believe love could survive. But could it? Could I truly trust again? Eventually, I understood that love alone isn't enough. Trust, respect, and honesty matter just as much, and in our case, they were gone. I packed my things one night, leaving a note. I need to find myself again. I hope one day you will understand. I didn't look back. Walking away, I felt grief, yes, but also relief. The life I had built with her was gone, but I wasn't leaving my dignity behind. The first days alone were the hardest. Silence was deafening, nights stretched endlessly, and memories haunted me. I questioned my decision constantly. Was leaving too harsh? Could I have forgiven her? Could we rebuild? Slowly, though, I began to breathe again. I remembered who I was before the lies, before the heartbreak. I reconnected with old friends, returned to hobbies I had abandoned, and realized that being alone didn't mean being broken. Standing alone on my balcony one morning, watching the sun rise, I understood leaving wasn't the end. It was a beginning of freedom, self-respect, and hope. I had lost love, yes, but I had found myself. For the first time in years, I felt ready to truly live again. And I made a promise to myself. Never again would I allow betrayal to define my life. Never again would I give my trust to someone unworthy. I would build a life filled with love, yes, but one where respect, honesty, and integrity are never optional. That is the life I am reclaiming, piece by piece, day by day.